Yay! We've got many wonderful, familiar faces here today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's breathe together 3 times. We're going to take 3 long, slow, deep breaths. And as we breathe in through the nose, think the words I am. And as we breathe out through the mouth, think the word consciousness. Let's breathe right now. I am. Breathe out consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out consciousness. And as we rest here in this beautiful space of infinite divine grace, we can feel how our energies are all connected. Our celebrations we feel for ourselves as we celebrate each other. We feel those wins, those intentions as true and real and immediate and perfect. And we know that we are in full partnership with the God of our understanding. Take another deep breath in. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back into the room. Ah, I love that. So many wonderful things happening. And here we're going to start off by celebrating Julie. Yay, I'm so glad you made it today, Julie. What can
Oh,
we
I'm
help you
first?
celebrate? Yes, you are.
Okay.
You're first off the mark.
Oh, well, I am just so grateful to be here with all of you and savoring. I love that word. And I sprinkled some peppermint around, so I'm inhaling that, and this is the best I felt all day. I'm so grateful for that. And that's a huge win. It's just how that was like a divine connection when I joined you a couple years ago. And I just love it. I mean, what would I do without all of you? That's the energy. Like I said, it's the best I felt all day. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I'm celebrating.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So happy for you. And your energy was so good. You brought Kelly in. How can it get even better than this?
I'm sorry I missed you. I was trying to be early today, and here I am.
Well, I was trying to start on time today. So, you're not that late. If I had started late the way I usually do, then you'd have been right on time.
Nice
But
to
we've
see you
got
all.
Kathy Poppers in the house. It's time to celebrate Kathy. So happy to see you. What's been
Thank
going
you.
on?
I'm so glad to be back. I finished a year-long full-time project with 5 appraisers and 3 assistants, and I just delivered it a week ago, and I just finished paying all the contractors yesterday. So I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to do this project and manage it was enormous for me. And I'm so grateful to be able to come back and be in the fold of the heart and the soul of you amazing women and sometimes men. And I am so grateful that when I was being traumatized, extorted, I was able to turn to this group and get amazing support, which really manifested. It manifested. And I am eternally, eternally grateful to you guys. I also experienced an amazing sound healing with, I think, a preeminent um, man named oh God, I miss his name right now. Douglas. He has an app called the Sound Bath, and he plays all the instruments. Have you heard of him, Elaine?
No. Cool.
He is, I mean, I'm actually thinking about connecting him and Deborah. This was extraordinary and very safe. He keeps the energy very consolidated.
That's cool.
And it was a remarkable, transformative experience for me Sunday night that I would love to share. So thank you. That's what I'm celebrating.
Awesome. How can it get even better than this?
How can it get any
Yay.
better?
Can
Love
you tell
that.
us the name of it again?
Yes, it's called the Sound Bath.
And
That's
I
it?
put it in the, yeah, I put it in the chat,
And
the
I'll
Sound
put
Bath
his
app.
info in the chat.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. That would be great.
Thank you.
Yay. And again, great energy brought Ruthie right in the door. Just pulled her in, just like a magnet. Ooh, speaking of magnets, we got Angela in the house. Good energy. Woo! Love that. Angela energy. What's been going on for you, honey?
So I'd like to go in a totally different direction today and ask for some clarity on something. I think it was probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, I mentioned in this group that I have, I had got a second Visa card and given, or MasterCard and given one to my sister. And she was using it, and she was doing well, paying the money every month, keeping it at zero balance. And then I remember a couple of years ago, I mentioned she wasn't going to make the payments this month, and I was worried about it, but I turned the app to only paying the interest. But since then, she has paid, she hasn't, she's got the card almost to the max, which is $10,000, and she's has only paid the interest for over a year already. So it's just been bothering me for some time, and what bothers me is that I know she doesn't have the money. She's also got loaned to my dad for getting a vehicle. She's got two kids who are in their 30s but still depending on her. And so it's not as simple as, yeah, but and I feel like me wanting out of that because it's my card, just having it paid off somehow and then getting the card back is is not supporting her in one way, and yet I know all of her stuff is her stuff. So it's just this whole some way to reframe it, some way to be fine with it or to finish it or to I don't know. So I was just looking for any thoughts.
And thank you so much for bringing this to us. This is a totally safe space. We love you, we adore you, and we're here for you. So, obviously, anybody who wants to contribute, by all means, do so. I also have a perspective on this. What are you learning about yourself from this experience?
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm hearing, just making this up as I go along, how many of us are not so great at setting boundaries? We want to do things for other people. We want everything to be nice and easy. We don't like conflict. We imagine a lot of conflict before we ever even approach somebody to talk about something because we're trying to kind of brace for it, right? And yet, perhaps there is no conflict because for all of the anxiety and frustration that you feel, she feels an equal level of anxiety and frustration. And so I was reminded of what Deborah Poneman said of whenever there is an energy imbalance like this, because you owe somebody else money or somebody else owes you money, it's really important that you reach out to them and acknowledge the situation. Just say, hey, we've got this credit card and it's up pretty close to the limit and you've been paying interest on it only. And I would like to close this account out. You're not going to be using this anymore. And you're going to start paying it down so that you can pay it off completely. So let's look at what those payments might look like. so that
I
we
have
can get
several
this paid
times
off.
approached her about it, several times.
And she's
And
not
well, she
responding.
would do a little bit for a while, but then she'd get in work, her car would break down, whatever. So it's she really doesn't have the means to pay it. And that I didn't stay on it, that I just trusted that she would take care of it from the get-go is my bad. But
Let
um
go of any blame you feel about it. This is part of her journey too, her learning journey, and part of yours as well. So maybe it's a weekly conversation. If it has to be weekly, then it has to be weekly. You know what I mean? Like the squeaky
yeah.
wheel gets the grease.
Well, I asked her to, tell her partner and her kids that she owes this money, but she doesn't want to go there, of course, because, well, that's her stuff. But yeah, it's,
Anybody
I
else have
w-
some suggestions? Kelly.
So I'm a classic codependent, a recovering codependent, raised by codependents. Took me 25 years to, divorce someone I should have divorced after a few years. And so I know well what I'm talking of. And the best thing you can do for her is cut her off.
Right.
Best thing you can do for yourself is cut her off because that debt is affecting your credit, not hers. And you're just, sure she needs the help. And she always knows she can count on other people to bail her out. So she never has to step up. She's teaching her kids to be codependent. She can't afford to raise them, but she's not making them stand on their own 2 feet. So it's the most loving thing you can do for her is to stop taking care of her so that she can take care of herself. Because
And I guarantee
they
you,
won't. As long as someone else is doing it for them, why
yeah.
should they? Why
I
would they?
also guarantee you, Angela, as soon as you do sever that and cut it off and say no, and contact the credit card company and say no more bills at all on this account, no more accruing any debt on this account. We are going to pay this off, and that's the only activity that you should see. If anybody tries to charge against this account, immediately flag it and don't accept any additional charges.
Mhm.
Contact that credit card company because I saw that money is coming through for you very rapidly to pay it off in full. As soon as you do that with a credit card company and you have that conversation with your sister and you lovingly tell her, I will always love you and I believe in you, but you don't believe in you. And
That's it.
you have this obligation and I'm holding you to it because I love you too much to let you prove to yourself that you're not worth it when I know you are.
Yeah, that's really the gift. That is the highest and best. My experience, you guys know my son lived with me for 16 months and I had to ask him to leave. He's got a job. He's living with his girlfriend in his own apartment in New Mexico, in Santa Fe. His life changed. If I hadn't said, time to go, time's up, you didn't keep
Mhm.
your agreements,
Mhm.
and it took a while and it was very painful for me. But, that was just my firsthand experience with a family member taking advantage.
Mhm.
Angela, my brother died at 59 and never moved out of the same bedroom he grew up in
Oh my God.
Wow.
because my mom never made him.
Oh,
So it's hard, but like they both said, let her know you love her and you believe in her and she's capable and you cannot take this on any longer.
And
And then,
you'll always be there for her, but
right,
not
Not
with
financially.
not financially.
No.
and not with your credit. She's not taking
Right.
her own credit, she's screwing yours.
Well, she declared bankruptcy many years ago from taking over a business that my father had given to her, a little store. And then she's always worked really hard, and her son is the one who has the diabetic problem and the foot that's not healing, and
Mm,
so it's so
Complicated.
complicated for their family. Yeah,
Really hard. And with the credit card, I would call them and ask them if you can close the account and
Yeah.
just make payments on it. That
Yeah.
way she can't use it again if it's a closed account.
yeah, but why would she make payments? I mean,
Oh,
how would she make payments?
you'd have to make the payments or ask
Well,
her.
that's not an option right now. That's the
well,
problem.
don't tell them that you
And
gave it to your sister, or they'll might they
no,
could
Oh no,
playing.
it's a cold card. Like her name is on the card.
Right.
You're the
Oh,
I
co-signer for the
don't
account.
have, yeah, so I don't have the I can
oh.
turn off my card usage, but I can't do
Well,
it for
you're
that.
still going to be responsible for it because I had with my husband a card that I took myself out. I closed the account. He still used the account and didn't pay on it. He was buying for his girlfriend and they couldn't get it. I called them and argued with them so many times. Finally, one woman went, "Oh," and it was taken off my name then because she got it. It was not my lingerie at all.
Mhm.
So, Angela, I know this is challenging. I hope that some of our comments were helpful
Yeah,
for you.
sorry, I know it's going
And
with
no,
me.
no, no, you are well worth the time and the energy. And I want you to notice how you speak about this situation because you were saying, and I can't, I don't, I'm not. And I want you to flip that around to say, energy is always flowing to me. And this is an area that has been blocking energy. So as soon as I release this and I let this energy go, lots new, fresh energy is coming my way. As Julie pointed out, the lottery is way up there, way, way up there. Just saying.
And that's the second thing. I have to go to kindergarten. I can stay a
Okay.
little bit yet, but my intention, let's go
Yeah,
through
let's hold your
everybody.
intention.
No, 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 that my intention is actually also I want to shift it over to doing something different, which is one of um Peter Sage's little that have you do you know the screenshot thing he has? Screenshot? What's it called? Slingshot? No. Anyway, I would really love if we could all intention for that using that to for our feeling as we win the lottery.
Okay. So,
And I just play it. It's
okay.
let me see if I can find it. Does anybody want to go first before?
No, we want to go ahead and support your intention because you have to leave soon.
Mhm.
And the energy was so good, you brought Georgie in.
It's called a
Oh,
guided screen test. It's
That's
actually so
talking about the lottery. Georgie's here.
Yes, of course, Georgie shows up as soon as we start
perfect.
talking about the lottery.
It's actually a 7-minute clip, but I
Oh,
think yeah,
can you share it in the chat?
it's an audio file.
Oh, okay. Is
You
there
can
Um,
a way to share the
share.
link in the chat or
I
no?
don't know.
Okay.
I could try and email it. Anyway,
okay. Email it.
I just thought if we did it together, it would have a lot of power, but um, it is longer than I thought. So what to do?
What's it
Why don't we do it? Why
specifically?
don't we do it at the end?
She has to
I
leave
have to
soon.
go.
She has to
Sorry.
leave soon.
I have kindergarten today. Yeah. Okay, okay, Doshio. Okay.
Well, I look and all the lottery players are here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why
So,
don't I think I can stay for another like half an hour. So maybe we can go through everybody's intention and then do it. We'll see how we feel if we have a lot more people. Or do you want to
okay.
or I'll send it to you and I'll try and find some way to send it to everybody.
What is the general sentiment
So
of
he
the
puts you
recording?
in the space of you're auditioning for a movie. And
Got it.
you're going to yeah so you're going to what you're going to do is you're going to put yourself in the acting position of the person who has just had whatever you wanted to have happen in your life happen. It's already happened. Could have been last night or today or and now how do you feel and how much gratitude and excitement or
Mhm.
whatever. So all of us winning that lottery is what I want us to see. And so yeah. Okay,
Awesome.
We'll
so
be
we're there.
So,
We're
we'll
in
be in
that
the
minute.
stadium
They've
of
announced
light.
the numbers.
yes,
Torchy's told us, and there we
yes.
are.
We
We'll be
all just found out. So, how exciting is this? And we're going to support this right now. Feel it flowing through you. You just found out we won the freaking lottery, people. Yes, 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 we give thanks, and so it is. Woo! So happy. I just was laughing the whole time, and I heard angels laughing, and all this celebration, and all this good energy. Thank you for bringing that in, Angela. Thank you. Ah, and just think, we can own this every day, right?
Right.
We can choose to feel this every day.
Yeah.
How
Angela,
can
you're
it get even better than this?
Sorry.
Sorry, Michelle, what was that?
beautiful.
She
Thank
does
you.
look beautiful.
It does. Her hair is gorgeous. So
Oh, I
thick.
know.
Oh, I was too.
Yeah.
It's like amazing. Wow. There's a lot of good hair days today, everybody.
Got hair, you're good.
Must
All
be
right. We're going to go ahead and celebrate Peggy, who's like very chic today.
lit up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And I want to say, Kathy, you reminded me of when my brother came to stay with me for a week, and a year later I threw him out. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just really glad to be here. And one of the things I'm celebrating is getting rid of things that are sort of difficult to move. And I just feel like so honored that the Chrysler Museum of Art accepted 3 of my paintings that I'd had since the 80s from internationally renowned old white guys. And so the lady came and picked those up today. So that was really fun to see them walk out of here. And my friend Paul came to fix things, and getting things fixed is really neat. But what I enjoy at least as much is the way he laughs, because he keeps finding stuff in this condo that he's never seen before. And it's like amazing. He's going, well, you don't really need that door stop for the door I put back on because it runs into the windowsill first, just for an example. Or the window I asked him to fix, I'm going, because I can't lock it, and I think the top needs to be pushed up. Well, the bottom needed to go down, but the guys who installed it left part of the packing materials in there, so it wouldn't just, and he just goes around and laughs and going, never saw this before. That's pretty funny. And my sister's coming to visit pretty soon, so that's pretty cool. And finally, I think I've got my energy almost all the way back after a debilitating weekend. So I'm really grateful for that. And that's all I can think of right now. And I'm just
Perfect timing. How
so
can it get
glad.
even better than this?
It can't.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. We've got Lisbeth and David Edgar coming in. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Right.
Yeah. This is great. Okay. Well, now we're going to be celebrating Peggy. Peggy, I'm sorry, not Peggy. We just did Peggy. Kelly. And welcome, Lisbeth. Welcome, David. We're just celebrating Kelly.
Hi, y'all. I am really excited to be here with you, and I too have to leave early, but I want to hear everybody's celebrations. So, um, uh, one of my celebrations is a silly little thing. When I moved into this smaller place, I had to give up my closet that had all built-ins in it, and because it stayed with the other house, of course. And so I had this dresser that was really hard to deal with. And the other day, on my way home from showing properties, I stopped at a thrift store and I got 100% mahogany dresser with 6 drawers instead of 3, so much easier to deal with. And it was $100. And I texted my son, I go, I have to go home and measure, let me see. And I texted my son and he came right over and we went right over and got it. And we delivered the other dresser back to the house I came from because there's a perfect spot for her there, and it just felt really good. And and then when we were cleaning it is when I discovered it was 100% mahogany. It's like, oh my gosh, I mean, I knew it was wood, but still. So it feels like the whole week has been this of really good things like that. And then other things, it's like, are you kidding me? Did I really come this far to show you this one thing that you're going to stay in for an hour to tell me it's not for you? You know, and so it's been patience, love the people you're with right where they are. And it's just been really, um, really good. You know, really example of love coming back to me and love going out. And I've really been on this do it now thing because there is one little project that every time I walked past, it's like, yeah, I need to do that. And I would think it was going to take all this time, so I wouldn't do it. And then, of course, it took like 3 minutes. I'm not even exaggerating. It took no time at all. So that just got me on it. Oh, I see it. I'm going to do it. I see it. I'm going to do it. And it's served me so well in so many ways that it's just been delightful. So, and we went to a thing to support the Pasadena Humane Society at the LA Arboretum. It was the last day our Minnesota relatives were here. So that was super fun to go out and do. And the dogs left right before we got to see them. So I did not get tempted to bring home a dog. So that was really good. So
How can
anyway,
it get even better than
it's
this?
been a great week and I'm
Congratulations.
excited for it. Yeah, thank you.
Well, Kelly, I do want to go ahead and do your intention because I want to make sure that we support you with that before you have to disappear. And then we'll go back to doing everybody else's celebrations.
Well,
What would you
mostly
like
my
to pitch you on?
intention that I want is for all of us to live in peace and joy and prosperity. And as well as all the people here, we're having some big rains this week. And so there's a lot of fear and evacuations for mudslides. So I just really want everyone to have peace and prosperity. That's all.
Cool. We'll support you with that starting right now. We give thanks, and so it is.
Thank
That
you.
felt really good. Thank you for bringing that energy in. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Wow.
Can I ask a quick question? Kelly, are you in Pasadena?
I am.
I didn't realize that. Okay. Thanks.
Cool. And it's time to celebrate Ruthie. Ruthie, what's been going on in your world?
Well, I have another praise report, kind of like what well, Peggy and Kathy and Kelly were all talking about. That my one of my kids has been well, homeless on and off, and relied on girlfriends or somebody else to help him, and never really gotten himself together. Well, he would stay at my house a few times too. And even though I have a really tiny place, and so I got the inspiration and divine guidance that it was time to tell him, this is it, and at this date you can no longer be ever sleeping at my house again, and but I know you're going to get it all together, and I have great faith in you. Well, things are improving for him too. So all of the prayers that we prayed a long time ago for him are helping, um, and I'm overcoming my codependency as well, because I finally feel like I'm beginning to see that I do have something to offer the world, and that's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, that is amazing. How can it get even better than this?
That's amazing, Ruthie. And, a little tough love can be great sometimes, can it? It's wonderful.
That's right. And thank you, because the other praise report is that I got Arlene's $2 bill.
Yes, I did too. Thank you, Arlene.
Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you.
I got mine right here.
Were you sending $2 bills, Arlene? I love it.
I got
Oops,
mine.
you got muted, Arlene.
I got mine too.
Very good.
Here we go.
I'll
Here we
unmute. Kathy didn't get it. Who else didn't get it?
Oh, well, I haven't been here for a year.
Oh,
Okay.
Lisbeth, if you type your address into the chat, then
Yes.
Arlene will know and she'll be able to send it to you. So just give her your
Yes.
address.
Yes.
How can it get even better than this, Ruthie? Congratulations. What a wonderful week. Yeah. And, it's very interesting how we sometimes think that spiritual growth is this straight up trajectory. But in reality, I'm now reading a book called The Obstacle is the Way. And it's all about how our biggest growth comes from our biggest challenges. And instead of trying to avoid it or go around it or ignore it or pretend it's not there, la, 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 which is my usual technique. Doesn't work very well. It's a whole lot better to just face it because it's not nearly as scary as you make it out to be. Like Kelly was saying, I assumed this project was going to take hours and hours and hours and days, and it was 3 minutes and I was done. I'll have what she's having. Yeah, that's really good.
No is a
Oh.
complete sentence.
Yes, exactly. Oh, Michelle, we're so happy that you could join us today. What can we help you celebrate?
I'm here. Yay.
Yay!
Hey, I'm here. I just went blank again. I hate when that happens. Um, I've been saying no when I mean no a lot. About giving my kids money and doing things for other people and not chiming in when they're talking about things. And when I'm talking about things and they're not really, I'm getting the feeling they're not into it, I stop talking. What? Wait, I heard the earth shake that time. I stopped talking, the earth shook. That's okay, that's good. I talk all the time. Everybody knows I never shut up, or I rarely shut up. That's more realistic. But I'm being very mindful of these things. I don't know why this week, but I'll take it. I've been watching more classes and listening to more things and getting more confused, but that's okay. What's supposed to resonate will resonate, and the rest can, be there for others. And I've been helping a lot of people in the last week. I've been getting a lot of phone calls, which I'm grateful for because it makes me do the work. And I've been doing my grounding process every day, which is really, really big for me. And what else? I'm paying more attention to the food that I'm putting in my body because I have to change how I eat again. And I paid for my classes to continue my recovery coach certification finally. And I have a bunch of them to do, but that's okay. I can do that. It's not like I'm busy other than doctors. And I did see the uterus lady, the doctor yesterday, and I have to get a biopsy. So I don't know when that's going to be. I'll let you know when I know, but everything's going to be okay. I've been trying to remember to send love to the brain surgeon. Okay, and I'm shut up.
Awesome. There's so much going on there. And I love that you find a way to celebrate everything. You find a way to turn it into a celebration. And that is a huge sign of strength. And I also want to commend you on confusion. Most people don't understand what confusion actually means. Confusion is a sign of an imminent breakthrough. Confusion is a sign of an imminent breakthrough. So when you're confused, don't get mad about it. Don't get frustrated by it. Just go, oh, I'm going to get a new insight really soon. And this is all going to make sense for me. It's kind of like having a kaleidoscope that you look through, and the one pattern is kind of confusing. But then if you turn it, it turns into a different pattern and it's incredibly beautiful. And now it makes more sense. So you're just moving the kaleidoscope a little bit to get that incredible vision. Thank you. Your vision is amazing, Michelle.
I appreciate that.
Hey, Dorothy's in the house, Mr. Lottery Dude. And the rest of you may have missed this, but Angela brilliantly brought in this technique where you pretend that you're an actor and you've been hired to participate in a film. And it's all about how you just won the lottery. And I swear to God, I had goosebumps everywhere. We held an intention that we had just gotten word from Dorji that we won the lottery. And we were all laughing and happy and excited. And we're holding the intention in silence. And I was laughing so hard the whole time, I almost had to mute myself. Dorji, please unmute so we can help you celebrate.
And I realized, yeah, all the people that were in our mastermind when we made that decision, they're all here. Kathy wasn't here for a long time. Dave is never here. Elizabeth is sometimes. We're all here. And that's a good sign. So I was invited into a spiritual dream weaving loom, and I didn't really take it serious, but I remembered in order to be successful, you have to be all in, and I am all in. I love Awake. I love that our family of light is growing, and with that, the attendance in my stadium of light also. I was yesterday in two different breakout rooms, and with each breakout room had three new members. So it's growing. I love the feelingization that Deborah talks about. So when I'm in my stadium of light and I'm meditating and I'm together with you and celebrating, I feel, yeah, our vibration is so high that it feeds me the whole day with good spirit. I'm still on track with my promises, my New Year's resolution. I still take hot and cold showers. I work out every day. I'm building muscle again, even though I'm 75. Sing every day and play my guitar. And I had a massage. And for the first time, I did cupping. And I really love it. I think, yeah, that is really, really good. My neck and my shoulders are not bothering me anymore. And when you feel good physically, you feel good spiritually and mentally.
Yeah.
Um,
So true. And he's still in the middle. Like, look, he could do another 2 solid minutes of celebrations. He's got
my
that
work on my
many.
Mac is improving, and I can't wait for my intention because I'm so excited. Everybody's here today.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Now, Angela does have to leave early. So, did you want to go ahead and do your intention right now, Georgie, so that she can be included?
Okay, my intention is that we are all in my stadium of light. Our family of light is on center stage, and we are celebrating. And our stadium of light right now is right on top of Disney World in Florida. And we're in one of the Disney big hotels, like on that island, and we're having a great time. And we're celebrating in the Stadium of Light, and all our guides and angels are there too, and all light workers. Stadium of Light has infinite seating. So that's it.
Awesome. We'll support you with that starting right now. We give thanks, and so it is. Georgie, that was incredible. We were celebrating so hard. I really felt that energy, and it was amazing. I saw us all taking photos together, and I also saw us do an exercise where you know how Deborah does the three good things? Well, each one of us wrote a card to all of the other people with three good things about that person. Three things I love about Julie, three things I love about Peggy, three things I love about Ruthie, three things I love about Angela. And then we each had these cards with all these incredible things that people feel about us, because often we don't see ourselves the way others do. And yet here we see each other so clearly as the blessing that we are.
And I saw all the people that are going to get stuff from us in our causes. Like, I'm going to be hiring the greatest lawyers, refugee lawyers. Deborah's Haiti cases are going to be fantastic. And, like the whole world is celebrating with us. That's how I feel.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, Georgie. Thank you. And thanks for making sure we could all participate.
Yeah, amen.
All right. Well, it's time to celebrate Lisbeth. And she's got all these hearts going and everything.
How do you make that happen?
So you go under more
React.
and you go under react
Or
and,
react, yeah.
and send with effect. And when you hit send
Yeah.
with effect, then it goes.
Oh, I thank
And
you.
you don't
Sorry
have to
for
you don't
interrupting.
have to just do the ones that are shown. You can
Yeah,
pick a
they're
different one.
extras. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Before I go into wins, I just want to mention that that you talking about the $2 bills just made me think of this. I heard a Chinese healer a week or two ago say that there is a window that's going on right now where if you make a charity donation, it has like extra oomph to come back to you manyfold, and it can just be like $1. But the more life-saving the charity, the better, he said. And so we're in the window right now. I've already done it's been like a week window. So I've already done 2 little donations, but the most powerful day was the first day and this Friday. But you can make it at any time. So just wanted to let you know. Could help with
Cool.
winning.
Thanks.
Yeah. And if anyone's interested, with all you musicians out there, I found a cool organization, Mr. Holland's Opus Foundation. They do instruments for kids. Charity Navigator is a good site to look up charities. All right, sorry, I got myself all distracted there. So I have had a lot of health opportunities in the past couple of weeks, and I really meant to get here last week, and I laid down for a 40-minute nap, well, 20 to 40-minute nap, which turned into a 6-hour sleep. Um, so I guess my body needed that. But some of these health opportunity days have been really bad with sinus infection, that it feels literally like sinus infection mixed with migraine, mixed with I don't know what else. And I can barely eat or have the light on or anything. Um, so um, yeah, oh well, I'll get back to that. But the win is that I've managed to throw like everything I know at these things, like between supplements and vitamins and herbal teas and angels and energy work and Jinshin Jitsu, and it usually goes away in like a day and a half max. And I just have this feeling that if I didn't have these tools and didn't do this, it would last a lot longer. So it seems like a backwards benefit, but I'm grateful. Um, Another thing is that along the lines of this, I've been able to take part in several free group energy clearings that have really, I mean, even though they're only a few minutes, they're helpful.
another thing is this woman who I've taken, she's a writing coach and someone I've taken many writing classes with over the past few years. And I really admire her work. She's like I don't know if she's a New York Times bestseller, but she's a USA Today bestseller and everything. Um, she not only complimented some of my writing, like my writing voice, but she also, in front of some other people, complimented my editing ideas, and that just
That's
felt good.
great.
Not,
Congratulations. How can it get even better than this?
yeah. Okay, just share one more thing.
Okay.
Um, so while I was really sick over the weekend, one of the things was my ear was really stuffed up. And I went into the bathroom because I was thinking about, do I use a Q-tip or not? And I just said out loud, it's the middle of the night, and I said, angels. And I just thought of what I was thinking of doing for my ear. But as soon as I said the word angels, a mourning dove flew to the edge. I could tell by the sound. A mourning dove flew to the edge of the window. I couldn't see out because we have block glass. And I actually said out loud, I don't know whether you're telling me no on that or you're just here to comfort me. And I kept getting the feeling that it was comfort because she kind of cooed and cooed. And then the next day, when I was lying down, I could swear it was a mourning dove come to the bedroom window and land on the sill. I could just hear it. And I had looked it up and they are about like peace and hope and comfort, but I was still not sure because it's a mourning dove, Mourn. So last night I was on a group call with some people who are very psychic and mediums and things like that. And I said, I don't know if you know anything about this, but I've had past couple of days with this mourning dove coming, and the guy said right away, angelic presence. That's a divine, like angelic connection. And I was like, oh, I hadn't even told them that I had said the word angels.
There
So
you go.
kind of cool.
Asking it is given. Good job, Lisbeth. How can it get even better than this? Kudos. And I'm so happy that you're able to use the tools and they do work. And you're being patient, you're being consistent with the tools. And that makes a big difference. Are you able to stick around for a little bit? Okay, good. Because when it gets to my celebration, I've got something to support you with. David Edgar! Yay, you're here. What can we help you celebrate?
Well, once again, I'm thrilled that I got a whimsical gesture, a gift of a $2 bill from Arlene,
Yes. Yeah.
uncirculated. So thank you, Arlene. And things have been going well since I got the new Forester. And it really has been so cleaner than any other car I've had in recent memory, that more than one or two folks have said, "Oh, new car," and it's a 2013. So that's a great feeling. And one other thing to share on the Mind Valley quest I've been taking. It was day 18. I don't do them every day because, anyways, it don't always find the time to. But the title was "The Key to Becoming an Energetic Match," and I'm sure you know all about this, Elaine. But the concept being that you become an energetic match with that you're trying to manifest, and the point of this one for me kind of seemed like the linchpin of the whole thing thus far. Um, and it's also something that probably many of you have heard of. I don't know if any of you have tried it, but the method recommended is to set a manifestation alarm. So number one, set it on your phone, ideally once an hour, a peaceful alarm. And number two, every time the alarm goes off, stop, then close your eyes and ask yourself what it would feel like if your manifestation was already here. um, and feel that feeling and tell your system to double that feeling and then to triple that feeling. Again, it's from Regan Hillier. And so I should also report that I have not set it up yet. Classic, I know. Because I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm driving all day. I'm not, but nonetheless, yeah, I will set it up today.
How often does
Because
the alarm have to go off?
oh well, it's mainly a reminder, like a tiny bell.
How often does it go off?
Every hour is
Every
the
hour.
recommendation.
So you're
Mhm.
manifesting every hour. Yeah. How can it get even better than this? Just, we did this exercise of feeling as if we'd already won the lottery. Like we're going to be on stage and we
Right.
have to pretend that we're a lottery winner. And
Yep.
I really felt it. I felt so much energy in my body and so much celebration. And yeah, getting to do that every hour and feel that. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Same
David,
exact
thank you
concept.
so much.
Hmm.
What a
Welcome.
brilliant idea.
And I will send another email with that the 2 points I just shared, along with the other notes that go
Great.
along with that particular lesson.
Thank you.
I can't share all the lessons of all the 27 days because sometimes it's an activation where you sit for a guided meditation. But
Yeah.
yeah, what I now and then what I can share that I think is really valuable, I will.
Bye, Kelly. Mwah. We love you. Have a
Love you
great week.
all. Gotta scoot. You too.
Okay. Awesome. Wow. So much good energy. Arlene, aren't you glad you're here? Isn't it amazing to hang out with these
Yeah,
people?
it's so wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're also super wonderful, and we want to celebrate you. What's been going on?
Well, I'm really glad. I feel so good that I was able to get my little message and get the envelopes and put them in and put the stamp on and get them in the mail. And it was, because that had been taking me some time to get that done. And I'm really grateful for that, to be able to do it. And it's funny because I was given 50 $2 bills from my friend Elena. And I still have a few left, but most of them are gone that I've given them away. And I sent her a message and I said, you got me hooked on this. So I need another. I gave her some money to give me another 50 so I can continue to do this. And I'm thinking of all the different places that I go where I can do this, and I'm just really happy. So Lisbeth, yours will be in the mail tomorrow morning. So anyway, but so that's just a really fun thing to celebrate. I also want to say, was able to go with a friend. This is a friend that I had been estranged from, and now we've become, we're now getting together again. And we went to see Bonnie Raitt Saturday night at the Kiva Theater in Albuquerque, a big theater. And so that was just wonderful to be able, not only to be able to do it, to see her, but to do it with my friend Janet. And then my brother and his girlfriend decided they wanted to come, so they got tickets too. So it was a big celebration. Anyway, so that's what I have to celebrate. And I'm just, I mean, there are other things to celebrate, but those things are, and I'm so grateful. I blessed the envelopes that I was sending to all of you as I sent them. So, Kathy, give me your address in the chat, and I'll send you. Okay. So
Thank
that's that.
you. Thank you.
I felt the blessing when I
Yeah.
opened up the envelope. It was like,
Yeah.
whoa, it really popped out at me.
It did for me too. I totally felt it, Arlene. Thank you for doing that. It really does make a difference. Oh, Archana, here you've been hanging out without your camera on for a while, but hopefully you can hear us and hopefully you can unmute and we'd love to celebrate you.
Could I just say something,
Sure.
Archana? I lost your address. I have your email, but I lost your address. So if you can put your address in the chat, you will get the same gift the others have gotten. Okay. And it's my fault for not finding it. So thank you.
The other thing, Arlene, I was a bit late sending last week's mastermind out to everybody. In fact, I think I sent it this morning. And I included the chat. So if Archana put her address in last week, then if you look through the chat, it'll be there. But there's Archana.
Hi, everyone. Yeah,
Hi.
I'll put it in again. I don't think I was on last week. I was on the week before. But yeah, so for me, I've just been really, I would say very busy working, seeing lots of people, wanting to do it more, as you know, like through social media, so I'm not repeating myself, and putting some things in a place where I can just say, go see that. That would be good. But it's been busy and rewarding. I really love the work I do, helping a lot of people with multiple natural approaches and helping kids in schools, saving their lives. So it's very rewarding. I've also been getting ready with Jim for doing a really nice healing arts workshop in a really fun organization called Chicago. Chicago, I wish you guys were here. You would love this event. It has all kinds of healing arts and creative arts and storytelling and poetry. And it's on the equinox. And we wanted to participate this year. We attended it a couple years ago and really enjoyed it. So this year we're participating and co-creating it with the group, and it's just been really fun and very artistic and creative. So I think our topic is going to be Ayurveda and chakra balancing tantric movement. So that'll be fun. We always come up with these interesting things because we've presented on all those different things in the past, like Ayurveda and Tantra and Vastu and Jyotish, and it's part of our nature. So it's going to be fun to do that. And in the midst of all that, I've just been sorting out some interesting, dynamics with my son and his girlfriend, more with him because he's very available for the conversation. I don't know that well. So, and the last thing is my mom had some cardiac issues a week ago, but she's better. And I was visiting her and I've been checking in with her every day, just really enjoying the family whenever I can see them, and making sure I'm enjoying lots of new friends that we're laughing with and being creative with. So it's really been fun. Oh, and the most important thing is being outside, walking everywhere all the time, and just finished a spring detox, a reboot, and continuing into another one. So it's just been a good time of cleansing and celebrating and honoring our true nature. So it's been a good
That's
couple of
wonderful.
weeks. Yeah.
Congratulations. How can it get even better than this? That's awesome. And I'm so glad you could make it today.
Yeah, I wanted to join you guys even for some time. So thank you. I'm just chilling right now, as you can tell. Okay. Yeah,
Well,
thanks.
like all of you, I have a lot to celebrate. And one of the first things I'm going to celebrate is I recorded that healing guided meditation that I kept telling you guys. I received direction, divine downloads that I needed to do it. And it was interesting because right before starting the recording, I got a message to make sure everybody has a large glass of water, and then we bless the water. So you're blessing your own water, repeating after me, and then you go through it. And it's about a 45-minute guided meditation. So if anybody is willing to be a guinea pig for me, I need a few volunteers, who who are now, let me explain. So I want you to allocate 1 hour a day for 7 days in a row. And you're going to listen to the meditation, follow along, use the water, and then spend the rest of that hour journaling what you feel, what you notice, what comes up for you, what your experience was like. And then ultimately at the end of that week, I'd love to get some endorsements and testimonials about it, because ultimately I'm going to be selling this to other people. You'll get to do it for free
Can we
because you're
pick our hour?
go whenever you want. I'm going to send you the link
I'm in.
so that you can download and listen to it whenever you want. And so great. Cool. So I did my eye surgery last Thursday. It went really well. I'm doing much better. And I will end up getting cataract surgery in about 4 months, and then I'll be back to normal. But it was really interesting. I hired angels immediately as soon as I had the detached retina, and I said I would really appreciate perfect physical sight. And I'm also asking for perfect spiritual sight. And I tell you what, it's coming. I feel like veils keep being removed over and over again. And it's amazing what's coming through. I was meditating this morning And I realized every time I make what's happening in a situation about me, that's a sign that I'm denying my power. If I make it about me, I'm denying my power because I'm not just this little human person. I'm actually a divine being. And when I acknowledge that it is through me, like I shared the tomato juice story, and the miracle happened where the king was healed only when the miracle minister shared the message, do you have any tomato juice? Let's have him drink some tomato juice. That's when the magic happened. So when it's through me, it's not about me. That's when I'm actually acknowledging my power. I've got a laundry list of things to do, and I'm not freaked out about it. In years past, I would have driven myself crazy going, oh my God, there's so much to do. And now, much like Kelly, I'm just taking action. I'm not dithering. I'm not second guessing. I'm just in action. I'm getting so much done and it feels great. And I'm not doubting anymore. I'm really not doubting anymore. And so it's much more noticeable for me. And Angela, in particular, we were chatting earlier, and I acknowledged that I heard you doubting yourself. And I'm kind of listening for that very actively because I'm trying to correct my behavior. And I know that as you stop doubting yourself, because what we doubt is our human self and our human ability and what we already know and what we already understand, because that's very limited. What we don't know is our divine ability. And so when we stop the doubting and just welcome that divine opportunity, amazing things can happen. Okay, I went over time. Sorry, not sorry.
Can I
Okay.
share something on that, Elaine?
I beg your pardon?
Can I share something on
Sure,
that?
please.
I just got when you said through me and not doubting. I think the gift, one of the things that I'm noticing during all this chaos in politics is that more people are not doubting their position as light workers, as that they're here for a purpose. And maybe that's one of the great gifts of this drama.
Yeah. I actually
But
shot.
doubt seems to it's
Yeah.
not, people aren't questioning it. They're just
No.
like
Yeah.
called to radiate that coherence.
And that's exactly what this is about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this time is about. I also recorded some free bonus training that I'm offering to people who sign up for Sacred Awakening using my affiliate link, and I'll send out the link so that you guys can get it. I have to set up so that you actually get the training once you sign up. But I talk about what's happening right now and what it actually means, the guidance that I've received of what it truly means. And it's nothing to be worried about. It's actually all really good. Okay, it's time for some yummy energy. And Julie's going to start us off. Julie, what would you like some energy around?
So excited and I'm happy and I think this is the first time that I really have this vision of light that I look forward to something, when I wake up in the morning and I can't wait to do the hour meditation. Absolutely. Oh, I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What I would like some energy and some support with is some health issues. And you know what? They're minor, almost insignificant, because that's what I've decided they're going to be. So it's going to be temporary and minor, and I'm going to get through it with a little help from my friends. And
May I support you with this?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. In love and light, we hold the intention that Julie and all of us embrace anything we notice in our physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual bodies as guidance, loving guidance. And so we respond with love and appreciation. We recognize the message, the encouragement, the opportunities that are present from this message. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. I was reminded to share with you, Julie, that I interviewed a woman just recently. She had cancer 3 times, and the last time she was told she had a year to live. Well, it's been 20 years, and she doesn't have to worry about that anymore. She's cancer free, and she said, truly, the turnaround happened when I realized that whatever I bless blesses me. Whatever I bless blesses me. And so I saw you blessing the aches and pains, blessing the minor irritations, blessing the major irritations. Yeah, yeah,
Thank you. That was beautiful.
that was
Yes.
really good.
And I've
Yeah,
been sending love to the parts of my body that, start to um, get my attention. So I've been sending love to those parts of my body. So thank you, Elaine.
perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. That's wonderful. Wow. Kathy, I know that's a tough act to follow, but if anybody can do it, you can. What would you like some energy around?
Oh my goodness, I want to keep it really simple. I just want peace on this planet and prosperity for everyone to have what they need in abundance. We have an abundance and tolerance, vitality, and radiance.
We'll support you with all of that starting right now. We give thanks, and so it is. That was beautiful. That was
Thank you
really beautiful.
so
Thank
much.
you.
May I say something?
Sure, go for it, Ruthie.
I was going to say that, like, I pictured when she was speaking, like all of the planets and all of the galaxies, how that they're all connected by spirit, the spirit of God's infinite life. and that it's all expanding all the time. That's why we're alive and every plant grows. So there's no shortage of love ever, right? Just that people are stingy with it once in a while. But anyway, I saw it happening and I realized there's never a limitation.
Yeah, it's really interesting. The people you think are stingy with it, they're not too good at receiving it.
Ooh.
They have difficulty receiving it, and that's why they have difficulty sharing it. Because for some reason they feel they don't deserve it or they haven't earned it. And they don't understand how it really works.
Right,
Yeah. Those who most need love are those who have forgotten how to love.
right.
Feels so good to be back here with you. Thank you.
We're a really good addiction to have. Peggy, I bet you can bring up some good energy for this group.
Ah, well, what I would intend for all of us is that we experience in every cell of our being, right to our inner core, divine, infinite peace, joy, and beauty beyond compare. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is. And Peggy, thank you so much for giving us something that we can all have right now, whenever we want to. You asked us to enjoy peace. And I immediately saw all of us doing the 3 deep breaths: breathe in, I am, breathe out, consciousness. It's one of the fastest ways to connect our energy and get back into that space of infinite divine grace. And when you said beauty, infinite beauty beyond imagining, I remember seeing a blade of grass struggling up through the concrete and just thinking, wow, life is lifing. You know, when life wants to make something happen, something happens. How beautiful is that? There's so many different ways to see beauty and experience beauty and interpret beauty. Thank you for that incredible blessing. That wasn't just an intention, that was a blessing and a reminder that we can enjoy this every single day. Thank you. Really powerful.
Oh, you are very welcome. And Ruthie, you were
Yes, and may I add something to what Elaine just said? Peggy, what you did just, it made me feel all of a sudden the presence of God. And I felt like we've already won the lottery in God because God's the real lottery. I mean, all the joy that we wanted if we did win the lottery, we feel right now in God, right? So that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you
And,
for bringing that in.
you know, Ruthie, we won the lottery by finding each other and coming together like this every week. We win the lottery every single week, and we choose this energy every single week. Yeah. So powerful. Such an incredible group. Speaking of Ruthie, it's your turn. What would you like some energy around?
Wow. Well, I'm so grateful and blessed to be here. And and I'm looking forward to doing the hour meditation with a glass of water and everything, because I've been meditating more lately, and I feel so much vitality from it. And I've gotten so many good ideas for my book and stuff while I'm meditating, and I have a piece of paper thing right next to me, and I'll quick write them down and then go back to meditating. Whoops, then I get another one, write it down.
I do that too.
You do that too?
Oh yeah, I have to.
Well, see
They're
what you
talking all the time.
started.
I know.
Elaine. Look what you started. Anyway, so I feel so blessed and grateful that I just want to continue to follow inner guidance of the inner guidance of how God guides me with, like, uh, say no, don't say yes, say no. And don't answer that phone, stuff like that. So following divine guidance, and at every moment, please, please, thank you. And I thank you, God, that you give me divine guidance every moment. And thank you. It is done.
We give thanks, and so it is.
Thank you.
And Ruthie, I feel compelled to share with you an affirmation that I use every morning. And I can type it in the chat later.
Oh, good.
I'm so happy and grateful that my guides help me see, know, hear, feel, understand, implement, and share divine guidance. Thank you, divine. Thank you. It is done. Sometimes somebody has to kind of point it out to me. Are you awake? Anybody home? Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, and Ruthie, to your list of things to say yes to or to say no to. Yeah, I was going to say, and don't click that link that appeared in your texts, like about an unpaid toll bill that doesn't exist.
Yes, I'm always suspicious of those. I got a call from immigration this morning saying, this official male voice saying, hello, this is Officer so-and-so from the immigration office calling about an investigation we're doing on someone. You are being recorded. And I said, oh, excuse me, officer, what did you say your name was? And I was going to write it down. And I said, and what's the phone number I can call back in case there's some, I want to find out more. Because I mean, you could be anybody, right?
Hey,
I need to be somebody else. And all of a sudden I heard click.
Yep.
right. Yeah, there's
Good
a
for
lot of
you.
shenanigans going on. I
Oh.
can't get through my banking, simple banking, because they're putting holds and alerts for simple transactions. And they're just telling me there's all this fraud.
And I believe it. And thank heaven that the divine is on our side and taking care of us in that way. And we clear that old energy. And we know that this is a time of transition. And so we welcome in the new energy as we release that old energy and clear it out of the way. We're going to continue with intentions with Michelle. She always does fabulous intentions. What
Oh,
would you
thank
like some energy around?
Okay, so I need you to set it up for me, Elaine, but I recently admitted that I am lazy. And I can be lazy. I'm not lazy all the time. And just, I need to be honest with myself about everything that's going on and stop lying to myself and stop deceiving myself and to free myself to love myself and care for myself and get healthier, you know, get energy, get motivated. Okay.
I'm
Thank
going
you.
to put a spin on that.
Okay, of course
Of
you are.
course. In Love and Light, we hold the intention that all of us acknowledge we crave divine ease and grace and joy in every moment. And so sometimes we choose a path that doesn't actually provide that. We try to take a shortcut. Now we welcome in true divine grace, ease, and joy so we can be incredibly productive and enjoy a thriving, prosperous life. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. So, Michelle, I got a message for you. As you're thinking about what you have on your plate for the day, I invite you to write down a list of all the different things that you would like to accomplish. It doesn't have to be today, but things that you would like to accomplish. Okay. And then energetically feel each one in your heart and feel if there's a resonance for you to take action on this one today. And then feel, is this something for the morning or is this something for the afternoon? And after each time you sense it, celebrate that you sensed it. First, celebrate that you acknowledged it by writing it down. Then celebrate that you sensed it by spending time with it in your heart. Then celebrate that you took action towards it. And sometimes we take action towards something and discover, oh, I need more information. Oops, I have to spend more time on the phone with that person. Oops, I need more. And that's great. That's progress. That's more information. So celebrate your progress. And then when you get it done, check it off and celebrate that you got it done. Because so often we don't acknowledge ourselves and our progress. And the divine doesn't want us to beat ourselves up. The divine wants us to acknowledge the divinity within and act from that space of divine confidence. And honestly, since I have gotten to this space where I'm kind of banishing doubt, I used to get really worked up before I do an interview with somebody on my show. I get kind of freaked out about it. And now I'm like, no, this is a party. This is going to be fun. It's a celebration. It's so such a piece of cake. And when I tell myself that and I just release the doubt, I don't have any clue what we're going to be talking about. I have some questions to ask them, but hell, I'm making it up as I go. I'm divinely guided through the whole thing. And so are you with every single thing that you're working on. So celebrate that you are divinely guided through every single action you want to take. And you'll be amazed at how productive you are. Truly.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for bringing that in because I needed that. I'll take two of those. Thank you.
Go. I have another class.
Okay, thanks for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Mwah, love you. And
Well,
those of you who can stay, thank you for staying. Lisbeth, if you're there, we would love to support your intention. Yay, she's here.
Yes. So one of the aspects of this sounds a little weird, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. Um, I am so happy and grateful already celebrating that I can reach Hoda. I don't know how to pronounce her name from the Today Show with a project of mine and that she might be interested in it. That there is no government shutdown or that our government keeps running smoothly with all jobs and programs and projects in place and with their funding intact, this or better, so that Tom's job and projects stay well funded, and for health and abundance for all of us and our loved ones, especially that I feel healthy enough so I can be really supportive for Tom with his health opportunities this week and in the future.
We'll support you starting right now. We give thanks, and so it is. Isn't it nice to know that the universe is sending you a huge bunch of presents?
Mhm.
Ruthie.
Yeah, I say something. Yes.
Sure.
I feel so strongly as I was praying for Lisbeth and Tom that I saw this like divine light coming down like in a funnel towards them, and everything around them, all of a sudden it was like it didn't matter what was happening all around them. They were going to be fine. And all of a sudden I remembered the Psalm 91, where he says, they that dwell upon those that wait upon the Lord shall dwell in the presence of the Almighty, and he would cover them with his feathers, and under his wings wilt thou trust, right? And then it says, 1,000 may fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come by thee. And it was just like, whoa, God's going to protect you no matter what happens to the rest of the world. So don't you worry about the world. Just remember that God's got your back.
Very true.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Ruthie.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. Wow. All right, David Edgar. I bet you could use some good energy.
All right. And I was going to share along the note you talked about, Elaine, in terms of being worried or not about your interview podcast guests. The You all may be familiar with the singer Katie Lang.
Yeah.
She worked for a period of time and did an album with Tony Bennett. And in one interview, Katie Lang explained that she had her pre-performance ritual. I don't remember what it consisted of. Might have been meditation or affirmations. I don't know. And Tony Bennett was like, no, If they say time to go on stage, you go on stage. Boom. Just you don't have to worry about it because you've already got it. You're already there. So you don't need to fret too much about being unprepared because you're always ready to go on a moment's notice. Okay, in love and light, we hold the intention that all of us, as well as those of our friends and families who need it, experience true, deep, and profound healing. And we hold the intention for world peace and ease and grace as we move about the world and as we experience life guided by the infinite creator and the angels and guides who are looking out for us as we express our joy, kindness, peace, goodness, grace, gratitude, higher awareness, and higher consciousness, and joy, laughter, fun, and magic, and abundance and prosperity. Thank you, Infinite Creator. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done.
We give thanks, and so it is. That was so funny because, David, as soon as you said your intention, the storm that I've been expecting all day just arrived. Boom. And I'm like, boy, if my internet goes out, it's all going to be David's fault. All the energy from that intention. Wow. That was a doozy. Good job, David.
There was a lot of energy there. And also, David, I kept thinking, about the chanting in an hour. You could chant for peace there with that group. They've been going for over a year. The one that Deborah and Ronnie set up with Gurudev. If you want the link, I'll put it in the chat, or Angela has it.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got something else going on, but I appreciate it.
I'd
Yeah, I
love
need to
the
join
link.
that one day.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, thank
Sorry
you.
for interrupting. I'd love the link.
Thank you so much, Lisbeth. We're going to hear from Arlene. Arlene, what would you like some energy around?
Oh, here's the thing. My okay. I am going to go on the 29th of this month. I'm going to spend 5 days in Mexico. Okay. San Carlos, Mexico. I'm going to spend 3 days on the beach. I need to get away. This is wonderful. And I'm very excited about that. And at the same time, when I realized that the way I set my reservations, which by the way are ones that I can't change, I overlapped my eye appointment, which I have every 4 months or 3 months or 4 months, which had been postponed so that and so I went to reschedule. It's going to be another month or so, over a month. So initially I went, oh my God, this is terrible. I have to have this regularly or my eyes will not be as good as they are and should be. And then I said, okay, Arlene, this is your opportunity to intend that by the time I get to and it's May 30th, by the time I get to my doctor for my next injection, my eyes will be better than they have been before. That I will use some of what Marissa has done. I have those, I have that. But anyway, so that's my intention, that my eyes will be better on May 30th than they have been prior to this time. And when I go to my doctor, and he'll be amazed and say, oh my goodness. Anyway, and then also I've been having leg pain and it interferes with my walking. So I would my intention is to have that recovered too. And at least by the time I get back from Mexico, after 3 days on the beach, my leg pain will be all gone. So
We'll
there we
support
are.
you with that starting
Thank you.
right now. We give thanks, and so it is. Ah, beautiful. Oops, Archana had to go.
Oh, I don't have her address.
Oh, she put it in yeah, she put it in the chat.
She did. Okay.
She did.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I will send the chat out with the recording. Probably do that tomorrow. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Elaine, I
Okay.
saw all of our eyes being healed too.
Perfect.
Good.
I love it.
Good.
That's great.
Yes.
Bye, David.
Bye.
Thanks for joining
Bye.
us. Mwah.
Bye,
Love you.
Thank you,
David.
thank you, thank you.
All right.
Arlene,
So,
Arlene, is it muscle pain, nerve pain, or joint pain?
It's hard to tell. It seems to emanate from my left hip, but the muscles are sore, but I don't know what it emanates from. So I went to a chiropractor and he's also suggested I get an x-ray to see if it's something in the hip or the lower back. My back doesn't hurt, but my my anyway, I have enough pain that when I walk, it's really painful and I can't walk, I can't walk all around the park with the dogs, and so the dog. And so there we are.
So
And
it comes down from your
frustrating.
hip and goes
Yeah.
where?
And what?
Goes where in your leg?
Well, it varies, but it goes throughout um my leg, usually the back part of my leg. Or sometimes, and then sometimes both calves. I mean, it's very sporadic. It's very hard to nail down. But yes, but I would say probably the buttocks area of my left leg.
Peggy has a lot of experience with this,
And
and I have one last intention, and we're 15 minutes over time. So
Okay.
I'm
really?
going to go ahead. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and do my intention. And
Okay.
then if you guys need to hang out and discuss options, I totally support helping
Okay.
heal Arlene. I just want to be sensitive in case others need to leave as well.
Okay.
So,
Thank you, Blaine. That's fine.
absolutely. In love and light, we hold the intention that we and everyone we know recognizes our own inner divine power and purpose. We are here to experience everything as a sign of divine love. We welcome every experience as guidance, a lesson, an opportunity, and something that we can embrace, learn from, and grow from. So we love our lives even more. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. I got this image that each of us is like a big radio tower, and we're broadcasting out all this love from our hearts, and it's witnessed and recognized by the divine. And every time we beam love, 10 times that love is brought back to us. But sometimes they're a little sneaky about these things, and it's not always obvious. So, yeah, we get in the game, and we're a little better at recognizing all the different ways love is present for us. Awesome. Peggy, did you have any suggestions for Arlene, just in case it is sciatica?
In the event that it is, yes, you will need an X-ray, possibly an MRI of the bottom of your spine.
Okay.
If it is sciatica, which I've gone through 3 times in varying degrees of severity, and Julie has also, she's experiencing it now. And a lot of vitamin B can be very helpful.
Vitamin B?
Yep.
Vitamin B, as
Like
in
boy.
Mhm. And what one of my chiropractors told me, he said, I can't help. You need a chiropractor that has a Cox traction table. So that can be very helpful depending on what your spine is doing.
Mhm.
And God knows it's one of the most painful things I've ever gone through.
Mhm.
And so the chiropractor, I ended up getting a steroid shot. That was the final answer for me.
And
So
Lisbeth has some suggestions too. Lisbeth?
Yeah, a couple things. As Peggy said, you'll probably need an X-ray because they want to find out the condition of your vertebrae of your spine, because probably what's happening is the nerves come out in between your vertebrae and they can be pinched. And because you're having it in different places, it could be different nerves at different
Okay.
times. So, but if they find it okay, one of the things that Tom had a situation quite a few years ago where I thought I was gonna have to call 911, 911 or whatever, to get him out of bed because he just woke up, like couldn't move. Anyway, eventually after acupuncture and things like that, one of the things that helped him that I was amazed about is the physical therapist had a band sort of like those stretchy TheraBands, but
Mhm.
I actually think it was something much thicker where she could, and I think it was much better than the traction machines. She could put it under him, and it's something that, like, if you have a friend who's agile or a neighbor, they could probably help you with it at home too after a therapist shows them. She could put it under his back and then have it around her waist, and she could just stand and lean back and he would get the traction. Um, it really gave relief.
Mhm.
It gave a lot of relief and it lasted. I just don't remember the name of the band.
Yeah, and Georgie's reminding us that there are exercises online, so you can Google sciatic stretches. And
Okay.
so both Ruthie and Kathy have things to say. Ruthie,
Yeah,
would you agree?
I was gonna say that I've gone through many different problems with my back and my lower back, and one thing that cured it basically, because I used to have those same kind of pains down my left leg, and it would hurt, and I don't know why. Well, a couple of times, I learned these exercises from my chiropractor, but
Uh-huh.
just basically pulling every morning when I get up, before I get out of bed,
Mm-hmm.
I pull my knees to my chest just once, and then I pull one leg to my chest, one knee, and the other knee to my chest, just once, just one stretch each, and
Okay.
then I put the bottom leg straight and the top leg bent like a four, and
Mhm.
Okay.
twist the opposite way with my upper back body from the back,
Mhm.
and then I do it with the other leg, and that's all I do. And then I get out of bed, and I've never had problems with my
Okay.
back ever since, because I do it every single day before I go to sleep. Even I do it too. So
That's
twice a day when
great.
I wake up and when
That
I
sounds great. I can visualize that. Okay.
and it
All
always
right.
I
pops
need,
my back
actually I
before.
need to go.
Oh, whoops, Kathy. But Kathy Pipers might have something
It's
for you.
okay. I just
Sure.
wanted one thing,
Kathy.
because I suffered with it for I couldn't walk for 3 years from sciatic pain and lower back. The doctor that is the one in Los Angeles puts a weight belt on you on your waist and your ankles,
Okay.
and and does something that forms natural traction, but you're in a swimming pool
Oh.
Oh.
and it takes the pain away. I don't know how.
Hmm.
His name is Leo
Cool.
Perry, Perry. If you just want to look him up, he's
Okay.
he's famous all over
Okay.
for technique.
Wow. Thank you,
So
everybody. I appreciate all these things, and I will certainly, um, as I say, I did get an appointment with my doctor, but I think what I'll do is I'll say, I actually I need to get the
Yeah.
appointment with the doctor is another month, see,
Yeah.
so that's,
but don't
Oh,
lift anything heavy. Do
yeah.
not
No.
lift.
no,
And
I'm
Really
not,
protect
Arlene,
yourself.
one
yeah,
other thing came through when we were holding the
Ice.
intention for you about your eye appointment. See if
yes,
they can call you if they have a last minute cancellation, because I saw them calling you and you going before your trip.
okay.
So
They
anyway,
said they're so busy they won't call, but I can call them, so I'm going to
okay.
start calling them.
Yeah, call them every
Okay,
day.
good.
You'll
All
get
right.
in. All right. Love you all.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for staying
everybody.
late. Mwah. Take
Yeah,
care,
love
everybody.
you.
Bye.
Bye.